This program contains scenes with coarse language and mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an all-new era. Welcome to an all-new company. Welcome to 0 Point Wrestling. And tonight is the beginning of a brand new time in professional wrestling as we bring you Rough Justice. There you see tonight our main event, 30 men, 1 winner. Only 1 man will come out with the ZPW World Championship. Intergender tag action. Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio take on the Juggernaut Jordan Grace and Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. In what is sure to be an absolute masterclass, we've got the ZPW Tag Team Championships on the line as the New Age Outlaws take on the Wild Samoans. And the ZPW Women's Championship will be suspended above the ring as Stephanie Vaquer, Kiana James Bailey, Jadam Parker, and Tatum Paxley will look to climb up the ladder and retrieve the women's title. The ZPW Sovereign States Championship on the line in a triple threat match as El Grande Americano, Ethan Page, and the Mad Dragon Ilya Dragunov go to war to see who will walk out as the inaugural champion. We have 2 absolute titans as Omos goes one-on-one with the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. And Bobby the Brain Heenan will be at ringside. Will he play some sort of role in tonight's colossal battle? And of course, the first time ever, Penta goes one-on-one with Shinsuke Nakamura. I, for one, am excited for this match. It could be match of the night. But we start off tonight's festivities. We start off tonight's show with the young OG Javon Evans taking on the Maverick Logan Paul. One-on-one competition. And get ready, Phoenix, because Rough Justice starts now. As here comes the young OG Javon Evans. A human highlight reel to say the very least. This man has made his debut in companies like Deadlock Pro Wrestling, GCW. He's made an impact all over the world. And tonight, he comes in to Phoenix, Arizona, and he steps up to CPW, looking to go one-on-one with Logan Paul. Wait a minute! There's Logan Paul now, sneaking from behind to attack Javon Evans, dropping him with a massive punch as Logan now targets the legs of Javon. If you're a fan of Javon Evans, you know how important those legs are to the offense of Javon Evans. As now Logan Paul just stomping away on Javon Evans. And now trying to get the attention of the capacity crowd. Big punch to the face of Javon. As Javon Evans now slamming the arm down. Now looking to pick up Logan, but Logan sweeping the legs. And Javon getting a kick in. Shoulder tackle. And Logan, this time with a big boot. And now Javon Evans up on the shoulders of Logan Paul. Hurricanrana right on the ramp there. Now, concrete does not have to feel, that must not feel good for Logan Paul. As Javon Evans now trying to, and remember the bell hasn't rung yet. And Logan Paul now, the elbows to Javon, gets the knee to the face. And now it looks like he's going to send Javon into this ring. As Logan Paul steps in, the bell has officially rung. Here we go. Javon off the ropes. And now Logan with a leapfrog and a big wicked clothesline from Logan Paul, going for the cover, looking to put this away early. 1, 2, no, Javon getting the shoulder up as Logan Paul now coming into this match a big advantage with the sneak attack on Javon. Now Javon looks like he's not even remotely ready for this match, but I could be speaking too soon. Oh, he got rattled. That punch to the face from Logan definitely rattled Javon Evans. As Logan went for a frog splash, Javon reversed. And now Javon Evans sending Logan into the corner. Went for something, but Logan got the elbow in. Big slap to the chest of Logan Paul's Javon Evans. Drags him towards the ropes. Gets the kicks to the legs. Remember Logan working on those legs earlier. He doesn't seem to be hindering Javon by any stretch of the imagination. Logan now in the corner. Javon, scoop slam. And now, waiting for Logan to get up, perhaps going for an OG cutter. Looks like it. Javon Evans, OG cut. No, Logan moved out of the way. And now Logan on the middle ropes. Big axe handle. Drops Javon into the cover. 1, 2. No, Javon Evans still not done here. Neither is Logan Paul. Javon kicked to the midsection. Javon now stalking Logan Paul, waiting for him to get up. Big forearms, dropping him right there into a cover. Could this be it? No. Again, not even close. As Javon up to the top, big corkscrew splash, and dear God. Dear God. What the hell was that? Javon Evans gets dropped by Logan Paul as this maniacal laugh comes over the PA here. It's not enough to put Javon away. As Logan Paul off the ropes. Big splash. Looking to seal the deal here. And he does. And Susan rings the bell. And that is it. Logan Paul, your victor here. And this was clearly the Logan Paul show. Javon Evans never really got going here, which is unfortunate to say the least. But I don't think this is over yet. I don't think Javon Evans is done with Logan Paul. I'd love to know what the hell came over the speakers earlier. Because here you see the highlights. Like, what was that laugh? There was a laugh that filled this arena unlike anything else I've heard before. Logan Paul tried to take advantage of it right away. Was not enough. But this splash right here was enough to put the final nail in the coffin of Javon Evans. Logan Paul, the first ever winner in ZPW history. There you see the ladders at ringside. It is now time for the ZPW Women's Championship Fatal 5-Way Ladder Match as the role model Bayley is heading her way down to the ring. Bayley, super accomplished, professional wrestler, multiple-time women's champion, multiple-time women's tag champion. Bayley, definitely not somebody you want to mess with or underestimate. Could she potentially be our first ZPW Women's Champion? Time will only tell. This match is stacked to the brim of talent. Bayley, definitely one of the most talented women's wrestlers of all time. Couldn't think of a better person to have in this ladder match. But here comes La Primera. Here comes Stephanie Vaquer, another accomplished champion within professional wrestling. Stephanie Vaquer looking to become the first ever ZPW Women's Champion. La Primera, no stranger to other competitors within the ZPW roster, of course. Liv Morgan, who will be in action later tonight as she teams up with Dominic Mysterio to take on Jordan Grace and Big Pop Bump. That is going to be an interesting tag match. It is intergender rules, so Scott Steiner in an intergender match could be the most unstoppable force in the history of professional wrestling. Stephanie Vaquer awaits the next combatant, who is Tatum Paxley. Some more fresh blood, but she is, of course, no stranger to holding Women's Championship gold. Former NXT Women's North American Champion. Also teamed with Lyra Valkyria in the past. I believe they're former NXT Women's Tag Champions. Or Women's Tag Champions in general, but Tatum Paxley looking to break out and win her most coveted championship yet. Looking to make history and become the first ZPW Women's Champion. And here comes, in my opinion, the wild card in this match, Kiana James. Another stacked, talented individual. Kiana James. You know what? I'm gonna be presumptuous. I'm gonna say that Kiana James is my pick to win this ladder match here tonight. Because everybody and their dog is saying she hasn't a snowball's chance in hell. But I, on the other hand, think that she has exactly what it takes to become the first ZPW Women's Champion. And all it takes is for her to climb that ladder and bring down the title. Of course, we got one more person in this match, and it's Miss Parker. You got 3 people who have held championship gold and 2 that haven't. At least not to my knowledge. Jada Parker and Kiana James, the real fresh blood in this match. All 5 of these women, excellent female wrestlers, excellent people to represent ZPW in this first ever women's title match. Miss Parker letting everyone know here in Phoenix that she has her eyes set on gold here and will stop at nothing to claim it. That's what it's all about there, the ZPW Women's Championship. as the bell rings. And here we go. It's all out chaos as Parker and Paxley sent over the top rope. Bailey as well. Now Stephanie Vaquer heading to the top rope. This is going to be a test of my absolute will as a commentator. Here tonight, I've been left alone. I've been told I will get a commentary partner at some point. As Tatum Paxley thrown against the ring post. And Stephanie Vaquer now alone in the ring. Now looking to climb the ladder as Paxley and James head inside the ring. James stopping Vaquer as Jada Parker and Bailey on the outside of the ring. Stephanie now looking to grab the title once again, but Tatum Paxley pushes the ladder over. And Kiana James drops Paxley. Bailey sent into the ring now. All 5 women in the ring here. And now Bailey sent back over the top rope. Out goes James. Now everyone on the outside of the ring. As Stephanie has Jada up and slams her into the ring apron. And Bailey went for a clothesline. James ducked it. And Kiana James slamming Bailey down almost on top of the ladder. Tatum Paxley introduced a kendo stick. Hasn't had a chance to use it yet. And Kiana James gets dropped with a DDT as another ladder enters the ring. There's now Bailey looking to set up the ladder. She could be the second woman to climb the ladder here. She is, but Kiana James with the kendo stick in her hand drops it as she turns her attention to Bailey, who's on the ladder, but Bailey still alone in the ring. Now Bailey on top of the ladder as she gets pushed off by James, who decapitates Vaquer with a clothesline. And now Kiana James gets sent into the turnbuckle by Jada Parker. As Tatum Paxley now with the ladder props it in the corner. And Jada sent over to the top rope. Bailey following. Vaquer getting to her feet. As Kiana James now sending Tatum Paxley into the ropes. This match is an all clusterfuck, to say the least. There's so many things happening right now. Tatum Paxley with a punch to the gut. And Vaquer, forearm. Bailey now grabbing the ladder, looking to set it up in the middle of the ring. Hell of a ladder trick there. Paxley sent out of the ring. Jada Parker now with Bailey in the middle rope. And Kiana James decks Jada with the kendo stick, and the kendo stick shatters over the head of Bailey as Vaquer decks Paxley with the chair. And now Bailey sent out of the ring. And now Kiana James on the top rope flattens Bailey with the crossbody. As now Tatum Paxley heads into the ring, looking to nope. And a drop kick drops Parker. And now Vaquer setting up the ladder. Stephanie Vaquer climbs the ladder. Has her hand on the belt, but just gets shoved off by Paxley. As now Kiana James in the middle rope now. Jada Parker. Oh, the big sit. And now Paxley with a big power bomb, or gets power bombed by Vaquer, who now takes the ladder from Parker, props it in the corner. Stephanie on the shoulders of Tatum Paxley, and good God, big power bomb on the ladder. So now Jada Parker turns her attention to Tatum Paxley. A slap to the back of the head. Vaquer now has Parker on her shoulders. Block. Big back body drop on the fucking ladder. As now Parker Sends Vaquer into the ropes. Drop toe hold. And now Jada Parker grabbing the chair like a dunce instead of grabbing the ladder, you know, like a normal person. Stephanie Vaquer getting up to her feet. Jada realizes, oh yes, this is a ladder match. She slams Stephanie as Parker heads to the top rope. Big frog splash to La Primera. And now grabbing the ladder like she should have done 5 minutes ago. Setting it up. Forgetting how to climb it. There you go. You're doing great, Jada. Trying to grab the title. Oh, Jesus! As Jada Parker gets dropped by Vaquer, who now has the ladder. And now Jada Parker getting dragged by the hair by Stephanie, but Parker now sent into the turnbuckle. Kiana on the top of the ladder gets slammed down. And now Jada Parker had Bayley up in a suplex position. And now Jada Parker just drove Bayley to belly on the ladder to Vaquer. And now, oh my God, Rose Plant on the ladder to Jada Parker. Maybe that'll smack some sense into her. And now Tatum Paxley throws Stephanie over the top rope. Throws Bayley over the top rope. And Stephanie, big drop kick, drops Paxley. And now Stephanie Vaquer drops Tatum Paxley. There's now Stephanie with the ladder. Setting it up. Stephanie Vaquer climbing up to the ladder is Jada Parker. And everybody else finally realized that, holy shit, somebody's climbing the ladder. But Stephanie, up she goes again. As Kiana James and Jada Parker start fighting. There's a fracas going on as Stephanie Vaquer going to grab the title. Jada Parker pushes her off. And Stephanie rolls underneath the bottom rope. Bayley sent packing. Now Jada turns her attention to Kiana James instead of a ladder, and it costs her. Kiana! Now going to the middle rope. Axe handle. Now Kiana James looking for something here. Big forearm and a bulldog flatliner combo. And now drops Vaquer with the DDT. Does Kiana James, who grabs the steel chair. Went to use it, but Vaquer back to her feet. Lock up, and now Vaquer went for a sidewalk slam. Didn't get it. Kiana got the knees up. Paxley now. Oh, goodness. What a maneuver by Tatum Paxley. Bayley and Jada Parker on the outside. Stephanie Vaquer now in the corner. She's just standing there. And then big nothing because Tatum Paxley stops it. And the forearm from Stephanie leads a nice tasty punch to the face. Side suplex, Saito suplex, that's what it's called. As Tatum Paxley drops Bayley with that spinning move. It's now Kiana James. Went in the corner, taunting for something. Big punch to the face of Jada. Up on her shoulders, and oh, what a backbreaker. Stephanie Vaquer eat defeat to Kiana James. Now Bayley sent packing. Stephanie Vaquer now Turning your attention once again to Kiana James, who goes into the ladder and eats a leg drop to the back of the head. It's Bailey now with Tatum Paxley. Rose plant. Now Bailey to the outside. Stephanie Vaquer going up the ladder, making the slow climb as Bailey has a ladder on the outside, pushes it in the ring. Kiana James and Bailey turning their attention to each other. Instead, while Stephanie Vaquer pulls down the women's championship, Stephanie Vaquer takes advantage of the fact that everybody in the match was distracted and picks up the win here, becoming the first ever ZPW Women's Champion. As here you see some of the highlights, of which there were plenty. This was just brutal. The powerbomb on the ladder from Tatum Paxley. A big frog splash from Jada Parker. This was awesome. The Rose plant to Jada on the ladder. Stephanie Vaquer, your first ever ZPW Women's Champion here at Rough Justice. It is now time for two Titans to collide in the middle of this ring, and I hope for the love of God it's reinforced with every sort of reinforcement tool one can reinforce a ring with. Did I say reinforce enough? Because I need to get across the magnitude of this battle that is about to take place in front of our eyes. So there you see the Nigerian giant, Omos, walking down to the ring. The dude is built like a skyscraper. I've seen him throw people into space. Man is a former Noah Tag Champion, former Raw Tag Champion, teamed with the phenomenal AJ Styles to win those titles. The man knows what it takes to win gold. But when you're up against this man, this icon, this walking condominium known as Andre the Giant, I think everything you know, or that you thought you knew about wrestling, goes out of your brain the minute this beast walks up to you. Look at the sheer size of Andre the Giant. Of course, accompanied by the legendary Bobby the Brain Heenan. Andre the Giant, quite simply the greatest giant in the history of the universe. We've seen big men do incredible things, but we've never seen a man stop time quite like Andre the Giant has. Because anytime this man enters a ring, everything around him stops. His boots have their own gravitational pull. One blink from Andre the Giant, and and a building could fall over. Omos is in for a fight tonight. As Susan rings the bell, here we go. Andre already running shoulder tackle. Takes down Omos. And it's not many times that we see Omos down on the ground like that, but Andre the Giant did not come here to make a fool out of himself. He came here to dominate. And now Omos with the big overhead chop takes down Andre, going for a roll-up. Will he get it here? 2 count. Andre able to kick out. And now just stepping on the stomach of Andre. Not a wise move. Now it's a shoving contest. Now Andre down. And Omos stomping on the back of the head. And now the arm. And now Omos with an axe handle to the middle back of Andre the Giant, stomping on the arm. And now just continuing to punish Andre. Again, it's not very often we see any of these men down, but only these two are able to take each other down, as Heenan taking off the top turnbuckle pad, as once again the shoving continues. As Andre lays in some punches. And another shove. And a big chest colliding moment takes down Andre. As Omos now with the knee to the side of the head of Andre the Giant. Stepping on the stomach once again. Now lock up. Omos sent into the ring. The corner with the exposed turnbuckle. And now Omos with some punches, trading blows. Omos once again sent into the turnbuckle. Now Andre steps on the chest of Omos. A lock up. Again, Omos sent into that turnbuckle. Grab him by the goozle. Andre winding up for a big punch, flattens Omos. Now Omos went for perhaps the biggest German suplex of all time, but Andre not letting it happen. Andre, big headbutt. Now, is that Janice? And now Andre going up to the middle rope. Big bonsai drop to Omos. Cover. 1, 2. No. Omos able to kick out. As now Andre the Giant perhaps going to regroup for a split second. Big headbutt. Omos down. Now Andre has Janice in his hands and now smacking Omos with Janice. This is no disqualification. And now Omos picking up Andre. Holy shit, double-handed choke slam. Cover. 1, 2. No, Andre managing to get the shoulder up at 2. And now into the ropes. Big boot takes down Andre, but Andre powders out of the ring. Now both Giants back inside the ring. Waist lock. And now Omos, big clubbing blow to the chest as now he grabs Janice. But Omos takes it to the gut. Waiting for Omos to get up. Lock up now into the corner. Andre eats the turnbuckle that was exposed by Heenan earlier. Omos once again with Janice. Went for a smack there. But Andre with Omos up in a bear hug. Gonna try to squeeze the life out of Omos. Doesn't get it. Elbows. And that stupid bell clap from Omos. Big clothesline rocks Andre. He's now again Janice becoming a part of this match here. got him by the goozle once again. Andre, massive punch. And now Andre sending him into the other corner. Got Janice in hand. Just beating the crap out of him in the corner. Big shoulder tackle takes down Andre. Smacking the arm of Andre the Giant with Janice. Now the leg. Andre back to his feet. Lock up into that corner again. Went for a drop kick from Andre the Giant. Didn't connect. Off the ropes. Omos, big choke. And a big choke slam. And now Omos. Big spine buster drops Andre the Giant. Foot on the chest. It's over. And oh my God. Andre the Giant kicking out. And Omos in the corner. Went for something. Andre got the boot up. Giants collide. And now Andre with the elbows, or the headbutt to the elbow of Omos. And Andre again grabbing Janice. Smacking Omos in the leg. Omos in the corner. Andre grabbing the legs. Slamming down Omos. Going for the cover is Andre. 1, 2, no! Omos still in this fight here. Oh, what a sit from Andre the Giant. Now into the cover again. 1, 2, no! Omos getting out of it. As Andre the Giant now more furious than ever. Got him up at a tombstone pile driver from Andre the Giant into the cover. I have never in my life seen Andre the Giant do a tombstone pile driver. It's the first time for everything. Does not put away Omos. Is Andre now choking the life out of Omos. Grabs Janice again. Janice used ever so slightly in this match. And now Omos went for another spine buster, did not get it. Andre, big clothesline. And now Andre gonna drag the legs of Omos? No, gonna stomp in the midsection. And now off the ropes. Big splash. Andre with the cover. 2, 3, Andre the Giant putting away Omos. And Omos almost had this early with the roll-up, but did not do enough to put away the Giant. These two beat the tar out of each other. This was big move after big move. Nearly thought it was it after this bonsai in the corner. Just goes to prove the resiliency of both of these giants. Andre did not come to make a fool out of himself. I said this earlier. And it just goes to prove how right I was, as that double-handed chokeslam should have put away Andre, but it didn't. He kept fighting. He kept pulling stuff out of the bag. Because, I mean, look at what Omos threw in Andre's way. Even a big-ass spine buster. I've never seen Andre the Giant leave his feet more in a single match than I have in this one. But it still wasn't enough. And Andre would throw everything at Omos, and for a while it looked like Omos wasn't gonna give up. But Omos kept kicking out. I mean, the big tombstone. Like, Andre the Giant, I've never seen Andre pull out a tombstone. But it was this big splash that would spell doom for Omos here and prove once again why Andre the Giant is the greatest giant in all of wrestling. It is now time for intergender action here at Rough Justice, as we are about to see the most mixed bag tag match I think I'll ever call in my professional career, as we await the arrival of Liv Morgan and Dirty Dominic Mysterio of the Judgment Day. Dominic Mysterio won titles all over the place. Liv Morgan, no stranger to World Championship gold here. But Dominic Mysterio has never been in the ring with someone like the genetic freak, Scott Steiner. Or the genetic freakess in Jordynne Grace. This is going to be one hell of a match, and if Scott Steiner has the opportunity to throw Liv Morgan across the ring, well, this is going to be a hell of a match. That's putting it lightly. There you see Dom being a gentleman for Liv Morgan. The crowd here in Phoenix not giving a warm reception to the power couple here. But here comes the badass Jordynne Grace. Now let me break down some of the accomplishments of Jordynne Grace here. Former Black Label Pro Heavyweight Champion, 3-time Knockouts World Champion, the first ever Impact Digital Media Champion, one-time Impact Knockouts Champion with Rachel Ellering, Progress World Women's Champion. She was ranked number 2 on the top 250 women's wrestlers in the PWI Women's 250 in 2024. Jordynne Grace is undeniably one of the greatest female performers in the history of professional wrestling, and I feel like she's only just begun. But this man, right here, Scott Steiner, as decorated could come. Former WCW World Champion, former WCW Television Champion, one-time WCW Tag Champions with his brother Rick, 7-time WCW Tag Champions with his brother Rick when it was just the WCW, no NWA WCW involved. IWGP Tag Champions twice, PCW Tag Champions, PWA Tag Champions. Match of the Year winner in 1991, teaming up with his brother Rick against Lex Luger and Sting at Super Brawl. And number 2 in PWI's Top 100 Tag Teams in 2003 with Rick Steiner. Scott Steiner, one of just a force of nature, unlike anything the wrestling industry has ever seen, maybe rivaled to Brock Lesnar. Scott Steiner is definitely someone you do not want to get on the bad side of, as we start with Jordynne Grace and Liv Morgan here. Susan rings the bell, and Liv out of the gate with the chops and forearms. Hurricanrana takes down Jordynne Grace, and she gets the tag into Dominic Mysterio. As now Jordan Grace with a nice shot to the face, but Dominic off the top rope. Tornado DDT takes down the Juggernaut, but Jordan sweeps the legs. And now Jordan Grace gonna wrench at the arm of Dirty Dom here. As now Jordan Grace, Fisherman Suplex. As now Grace with Dom up, scoop slam. As she tags in Big Papa Pump and Dominic Mysterio. I hope you're questioning your life's choices as Scott Steiner is in this match. Jumping clothesline wrecks Dom. As the biceps drop the elbow. 1. Oh, and Dom with the kick out of 1. Surprised as Scott with a gut wrench powerbomb. Scott taking his time here with Dominic Mysterio. He's been in the ring numerous times with his father, but Scott now on the outside of the ring. Oh, dropping him on the apron. As now Scott working over the leg as Susan begins the count. And now at a count of 2 as Dom gets sent into the steps. Barely phases him though. Full Nelson German suplex from Scott Steiner. Scott now picking up Dom, but Dom with the jawbreaker. Kick to the midsection. Susan's got to get control of this match. For a count of 7, Dom sent back into the ring, and in comes Scott. Scott now, the lockup. He sends him into the corner of Jordan. Now Dom, neck breaker, going for the cover on Steiner here. Not even a 2 count. Scott manages to kick out. The lockup and Scott Steiner, what a suplex. As now in comes Liv Morgan, and Liv Morgan and Scott Steiner now going to go to a battle here. As Liv took down Scott already, went for a big clothesline. Liv with the kick. And Liv Morgan now with the Hurricanrana to Scott Steiner. I cannot believe my eyes. Liv Morgan taking it to Big Papa Pump here. Stomping on the arm of Scott here. As now Scott finally gets some breathing room on Liv here. Now a lockup kick to the midsection. Scott Steiner with Liv up. Powerbomb just drops her. And gets the tag in to Grace. Went for a lockup there, but Liv Morgan getting the kick in. Now taking down Grace. The drop toe hold, now stomping on the foot. And now the elbow. And once again to the arm. Now Jordan back up to her feet, eats a code breaker from Liv. And now Liv. Standing Meteora. Oblivion. How did I get those mixed up? As Scott Steiner breaks up the pin. And now Jordan Grace gonna go for a Walls of Jericho right near the ring. Right near the rope, I should say. But Liv gets out of it. Now lock up. And Liv. What a unique move from Liv Morgan. Gets the tag in once again to Dom. And a Hurricanrana from Dominic Mysterio. Drops Jordan Grace as Jordan now climbing up into the corner. And Dominic just raking at the eyes of Jordan Grace. Now Jordan Grace sent over the top rope. Snapmare of sorts, draping her over the top rope as Dom takes out Steiner. And Susan begins to count both Steiner and Grace down. Dom coming to the outside, kick to the midsection of Grace. But Grace with the back body drop. Now picking up Dom. Going for a running power slam to Dominic Mysterio. As now Scott Steiner picks up Dom. Liv gets taken off the apron by Jordan Grace now. As Jordan now dragging Mysterio. But Dom getting some shots in. Springboard crossbody to Jordan Grace. And going for the cover. And Jordan Grace with the kick out at 2. And now Liv Morgan gonna get the tag in, as well as Scott Steiner. And Liv Morgan once again with the forearm to Scott. And the Hurricanrana. Scott Steiner ill-prepared for Liv Morgan here. I can't believe I'm saying this. As Liv Morgan on the top rope, big senton. As now, Liv Morgan went for a Shining Wizard. Scott got out of the way. Going for a roll-up on Liv here. And now Liv reverses the roll-up with her own, and Scott kicks out. And Jordan Grace coming in, gets the tag. And Liv Morgan standing oblivion again. And oh my god! As if it's not enough, she kicks Scott when he's down. 1, 2, 3. Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio have defeated one of the strongest mixed tag teams I've ever seen, and I can't believe I saw Scott Steiner get dummied around the ring by Liv Morgan. I've seen a lot of things in my career. I've seen celebrities win titles on KXW. I've seen a wrestling spud. I've seen it all. I thought I did, but then Liv Morgan just dominating Scott Steiner was not on my list of things I thought I would ever see, but here we are, Liv Morgan with that standing oblivion, the second one to put away Jordan Grace and to win this for her team. Ladies and gentlemen, the match we are about to see is a first time ever clash between two absolute icons in their field. It never before, at least in public knowledge, have these two ever gone one-on-one against each other. They've shared locker rooms together over the years, but they have just never crossed paths until tonight. And there you see him, coming down to the ring with the fans singing his song. It's the king of strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura, former IWGP Heavyweight Champion, former Yamaguchi Pro Heavyweight Champion, United States Champion, Intercontinental Champion, King of the Ring, Royal Rumble winner, Shinsuke Nakamura is going to go down in history as one of the greatest Japanese professional wrestlers of all time. Bar none. There is no opponent that Shinsuke Nakamura has had a bad match with. But tonight he steps into the ring. With this man for the first time. This man is Penta. Another man who has accomplished a lot in this industry. I'm flabbergasted that we here at CPW are going to be the first company that brings you a match between Penta and Shinsuke Nakamura. There you see Penta coming down to the ring, getting ready for this epic clash. One has to wonder if these men can feel the immensity of what this match means to them. If they could feel what we feel as the viewer, I guess time will tell. Penta getting this crowd riled up. And here we go. Penta Shinsuke Nakamura for the first time. Susan ringing the bell, and here we go. Penta already Hurricanrana takes down Shinsuke. And now with this big slap to the chest, Penta off the ropes, went for a springboard splash, was not able to reach all of it, but Shinsuke looking to take advantage of that with some strikes. Now working the leg of Penta. And now stomping on the ankle. Up next, our ZPW Tag Team Championships will be crowned. Either the New Age Outlaws or the Wild Samoans will walk out as champions. A big lockup here as Shinsuke pushing Penta into the corner. Susan having to get in between the two of them. Shinsuke, big shot to the face of Penta. Now Snapmare takes down Penta. Knee drop right there as Shinsuke waiting for Penta to get up. Thought he was going for a Kinshasa right there. But Penta stops whatever Shinsuke was going for. Kick to the midsection. And now Penta with the roll up here. Looking to steal 1, 2. No. Shinsuke gets out of it. Big lockup once again from these two. Massive lockup. Waist lock from Penta. Looking to work over Shinsuke here. Shinsuke trying to fight a headlock takeover. Penta in the driver's seat of this match here. Now Shinsuke getting wrenched by Penta. Now gets dragged over. Shinsuke gets caught with another Hurricanrana. Shinsuke back to his feet, went for a punch there, but now they're trading blows here. Penta with a shot, another shot. Shinsuke firing back. And get some breathing room from Penta here. As these two going at it. Big chop from Shinsuke. Big chop from Penta. Now the two of them just battering the hell out of each other. And the fans here in Phoenix going mental. Penta kick to the midsection. Lock up. And now went to drag Shinsuke by the neck, but Shinsuke with the elbows. Now sends Penta into the corner. Now Shinsuke taking off the top turnbuckle pad. For what reason, I don't know, but lands a big knee. Penta getting the boot up. And a drop kick rocks Shinsuke. And now Penta fired up here. Shinsuke into the ring. Penta now Went for an axe handle. Shinsuke outsmarted. Knees to the back and kidney area. Penta going for a roll over here. Still not enough to put away Penta. And Penta rolls back into the ring. Shinsuke now. Got the wrist lock applied. Here is Penta with the elbow. Big sling blade takes down Shinsuke as Penta gets the crowd riled up here. As he takes off his glove. He's gonna hit the Penta driver into the cover. 1, 2, and Shinsuke powers out of the Penta driver. Now picking up Shinsuke. Lock up. Now Penta. Oh, backbreaker. Stiff backbreaker. Penta hits that leg drop. Is now into the cover. Still not enough to put Shinsuke away. He's now stomp on the arm there. And now just gonna... Oh, he's gonna snap the arm. He's gonna snap the arm of Shinsuke. Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Penta puts away Shinsuke Nakamura in their first ever encounter at Rough Justice here. Shinsuke perhaps not well prepared for someone the magnitude of Penta. Penta driver was not enough to put away Shinsuke. But there you saw the leg drop there. That wasn't enough. This right here, this was enough to put away Shinsuke Nakamura. Snaps the arm back. That was all she wrote. Penta, monumental win out of a monumental clash. And now it is time for the ZPW Tag Team Championship match as the Wild Samoans, accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, make their way down to the ring. Afa on your left, Sika on your right with the taped foot. This match is sure to be as hard-hitting as possible, because anytime these two mad bastards enter a ring, the other team better run. Lou Albano getting into it with a fan at ringside here. Samoans stare off as they get ready for the team that awaits them.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody!
None other than the New Age Outlaws, part of the conglomeration known as D-Generation X. one of the greatest factions of all time. The New Age Outlaws are multi-time tag champions across all kinds of companies, but will ZPW
Kiss me, kiss that D-O.
will ZPW be the next company that the Outlaws pick up gold at? That is the question. Or will the Wild Samoans flatten the New Age Outlaws here tonight?
Cut the music. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X proudly brings to you the Road Dogg, Jesse James, the badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaw!
God, I love that.
And of course, if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you!
The New Age Outlaws definitely ready tonight, but are they ready for the intensity of the Wild Samoans? 'Cause that's what it's all about. The ZPW Tag Team titles. This is going to be stiff. This is going to be hard-hitting. And here we go. Billy Gunn starting off with Alpha. As now Billy Gunn taking it to the leg of Alpha, picking him up. Lock up, setting him into Susan. There's now a shot to the face from Alpha, waist lock, wrenching the arms, and a big headbutt to the shoulder and middle back of Billy Gunn. There's now Billy Gunn, military press to Alpha. No, Alpha getting the fingers in the eyes into a cover now. Only a 2 count for the Samoans. The chops are now scooping up Billy here. Scoop slam. Now stomping on the back of the head. Now Billy Gunn sent into the corner. Elbow from Billy, and Lou Albano taking off the top turnbuckle pad. As Billy went for a vertical suplex, got cut off into a chop block. Big jab to the throat as Billy Gunn went to try to get the tag into Road Dogg. Didn't come to fruition. Nice neck breaker from Billy. As in comes the Road Dogg. Road Dogg and Alpha now going at it. Kick to the midsection DDT, but Alpha getting back up like the wild beast that he is. The elbows. Drop kick dodged by Road Dogg there. Big chop from Alpha. Sends him into the corner. Probably went for a double team move with Sika. Road Dogg sending Alpha into the corner as Lou Albano tosses in a kendo stick. As now in comes Sika. Susan tossing out the kendo stick. I'm surprised Susan allowing this. She didn't see the tag after all. And now Alpha in again. Double team maneuver. Kick to the gut of Road Dogg. Headbutt. Down he goes. Now Road Dogg taking advantage. Springboard moonsault from Road Dogg. Excuse me. I beg your pardon. Headbutt from Alpha. As now he heads to the top rope, possibly looking for a splash of some sort. No. Calling Road Dogg up. Big axe handle. And another massive headbutt from Alpha. Sika back into this match. Albano once again taking off that top turnbuckle pat and chop to the brain of Road Dogg. Susan distracted yet again. Now Road Dogg off the ropes. Sika went for an elbow, didn't get it, but now he got it. Now Road Dogg back up to his feet, into the corner once again. Now in comes Afa. Chop from Sika. As now they just kick and kick the gut of Road Dogg. Afa, your legal man now. Headbutt busting open the Road Dogg. Now into the cover. Lock up. Afa sent into the corner. And in comes Billy Gunn. Road Dogg getting some relief here. Waist lock and Billy backbreaker to Afa. Billy stopping a potential tag to Sika. Now into the corner once again. And Afa down. Billy Gunn heading to the top. Up he goes. Axe handle. And Road Dogg now tagged back in. And in comes Sika. Into the ring. Chops galore. Strikes from Sika. Lock up. Headbutt. Down goes Road Dogg. And now Sika heading up top. What could he be thinking here? Big splash. Flattens the Road Dogg. Will it be enough for the Wild Samoans? As he grabbing him by the throat, smothering, trying to cut off the circulation of the brain. Sika now lock up. Sika sent into the corner. Road Dogg with some jabs. Sika shot of his own. Shoulder tackle, down goes Road Dogg. And Billy back into this thing. But Sika catching a world's strongest slam from Sika. Headbutt to Road Dogg. Billy back up to his feet. Lock up here. Sika on the shoulders, but Sika getting the elbows in. And a drop kick. Down goes Billy. Now a lock up once again. Billy sends Sika into his corner. But Sika with a punch. Big elbow takes down Billy. Now biting the fingers of Billy Gunn is Sika. Back into the corner once again. Elbow from Billy. Dream Street of some sorts, I believe that's what the date is. Only a 2 count from Billy. Now kick to the gut. Billy up with a famouser. Takes down Sika. Will it be enough? No. Afa just managing to come in to break it up. Now an arm bar locked in. With Sika fighting his way out of it, just punching Billy right in the nose. Now Billy down. Road Dogg wanted to tag in, but Sika cutting him off. Now Billy in the corner. Gets an elbow in on Sika. Went for a drop kick, didn't get it. Roll up here. The Samoans looking to steal one over the Outlaws. 1 count only. Billy managed to kick out. Kick to the gut. And neck breaker. And Billy now lock up. Sends him into the corner. Could be getting a tag to Road Dogg. No, Sika stops it. And down goes Billy once again. The Wild Samoans just unglued. Now Sika celebrates, but in comes Road Dogg. And now a roll up here. Looking to take it. 2. No, Sika kicks out. Road Dogg now looking for the shimmy. And the knee straight to the face. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Our first ever CPW Tag Champions are the New Age Outlaws. And I can't believe I can say that Road Dogg won a match with the shimmy. He won a match with the shimmy. I can't friggin' believe it. But here you see the highlights here. The Wild Samoans definitely brought their A game here against the Outlaws. But it was not enough to put them away. Sika going up top, high risk with that big splash. Sika definitely a force of nature in this match. Not enough for the New Age Outlaws. Road Dogg here with the shimmy that would seal it, signed and delivered for the New Age Outlaws, who are your brand new and inaugural ZPW Tag Champions. Triple threat action now as the ZPW Sovereign States Championship is on the line, as there you see all ego Ethan Page, the man who I believe will walk out with the title here tonight. The man is one of the most athletically gifted wrestlers on the planet today. I love watching Ethan Page perform in the ring. He's always been a great competitor to watch. But he's in there with some tough competition tonight. He's in there with Ilya Dragunov, the Mad Dragon. He's in there with El Grande Americano. Yes, for some reason El Grande Americano has a championship match here tonight. And here he comes now from the Gulf of America. El Grande Americano. There's something about this guy. it reminds me of somebody. He's got the build of a certain other talent. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know who I'm thinking of. So I'm gonna stop thinking. Which, I mean, when have I ever really thought of anything in my life? But still. Grande Americano doing somersault there. That was impressive. I don't think anybody is pulling for El Grande Americano to actually win this match. This man has a very good shot at winning the Sovereign States title here tonight. The Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. One of the hardest hitting, high flying, stiff as a brick competitors in wrestling history. The man has gone toe-to-toe with Walter. Not Gunther. Walter. And as a former NXT UK champion. And as a former WWE United States champion. Ilya Dragunov at the Sovereign States Championship to his list of accomplishments. We shall see. All I know is that this is going to be a high-impact triple threat. Dragunov staring at the viewers at home and into my soul. That's what it's all about, the ZPW Sovereign States Championship. All three men in the ring, ready to go. Susan about to ring the bell. Here we go, and this match is on, and El Grande Americano, Ethan Page, already going at it. Dragunov just letting it happen as he turns his attention to All Ego, drops him with a forearm. Waistlock El Grande Americano now circling Dragunov, slapping him in the back of the head. Looking for an enziguri on Page, but Page now rolling up Dragunov, and El Grande saying, "Oi! What's the matter with you?" Now Ethan Page sent into the turnbuckle, into the corner there. El Grande ducking moves with unique offense here. Waistlock, Dragunov with the elbow. Ethan Page now, waistlock of his own, and raking the back of Ilya Dragunov. Now El Grande Americano moonsaults to nothing because nobody was in his line of sight. There's now El Grande Americano. Very interesting submission here, and Dragunov powering out of it already as Ethan Page going underneath the ring, grabbing a steel chair. This is no disqualification, as it is a triple threat into a roll-up here, and Page with the drop kick, breaking up the pin. Back body drop to El Grande Americano, and now Ethan Page twisting the arm of Dragunov, but Dragunov went for a clothesline, and Page sidestepped. Now El Grande going underneath the ring, grabbing a kendo stick here. And smacking the back of Ilya Dragunov, and Ethan Page a lock up here, picking up El Grande. And Americano now with the elbows to the head of Ethan Page, lock up, Dragon Page. Now a chair shot to the head. And enziguri, and El Grande with a moonsault. I'm still trying to figure out who El Grande Americano reminds me of. I can't figure it out. But all three men now on the outside of the ring. El Grande now taking down Ilya Dragunov. And now Ethan Page grabbing another kendo stick. Tossing it towards El Grande Americano. Dragunov now. Big power bomb. Drops Ethan Page. Americano now grabbing another kendo stick and decks Dragunov in the face. And now Ethan on the floor. Grande turning his attention to Ethan Page. Sends him into the ring post. And now a headbutt onto Dragunov. And now Americano inside the ring. What a move! Sliding underneath the bottom rope and splashing onto Dragunov. Jawbreaker from Page. kick to the gut. Went for a twisted grin on the outside. Didn't get it as Americano stops him. He's got Dragunov and Americano in the ring. Lock up here. Snapmare and Americano. What a kick. Now into the cover, looking to put this one away early. 1, 2. Dragunov kicks out as Ethan Page comes in and eats a headbutt from Americano, and it looks like he's going to be victorious here. 2, and Dragunov breaks up the pin. Now, Americano takes down Ilya, and DDT takes down Ethan. There's now chair in the hand of El Grande. Ethan Page, the big boot. Now picks him up. Neck breaker onto the chair to El Grande Americano. And Ethan Page unloads shots upon the face of El Grande. Forearm shots to the face of Dragunov. Now dragging Dragunov. Meeting of the minds there. A big clothesline to Ethan Page. And now sending Americano off the ropes. Leapfrog, drop down. Dragunov torpedo Moscow as Ethan Page decks Dragunov with the kendo stick, going for the cover on Dragunov. Gets a 2 count. Now, Ethan Page in control of this match here, at least for the time being. What a move there from Page as El Grande with a tackle takes down Page, and now El Grande with a chair smashes it over Ilya. Now going for a cover. Gets him only a 2 count. And picking up Dragunov here is El Grande. Oh, driving him down onto the chair as Ethan introduces a new chair and breaks up the cover attempt from El Grande. Oh, and Ethan Page, big bicycle kick. El Grande tried to dodge as many times as he could, as now Ethan Page with the ego's edge to El Grande Americano, and Ethan going for the cover. Dragunov right there to break it up. Now Dragunov with a roll up here. Only a 1 count. Ethan Page able to kick out. Now Dragunov is pissed off. Off the ropes. Through the ropes. Big clothesline takes down Page. And here comes Americano to spoil the party. Elbow to the head, big headbutt from Americano. El Grande eats an elbow from Ethan Page. Waist lock. Frankensteiner, reverse Frankensteiner from El Grande. Moonsault of the springboard variety. And Ethan Page rolls underneath the bottom rope as El Grande Americano eats a torpedo Moscow. Into the cover. Ilya Dragunov could have this one, but Ethan Page breaks up the cover attempt. Super kicks Dragunov in the face for his troubles. Ethan with the kendo stick. There are 3 kendo sticks and 2 chairs in this ring, and El Grande hits a German. Grande now heading up to the top rope. Dragunov stops him before he does anything crazy. Until he just eats shit there. Now Dragunov. Knees to the upper chest area. And now Dragunov picking up Ethan. Big power bomb. Now chair in hand, but Ethan gets up before he can use it. Scooping him up. Big body slam from Ethan Page into the cover. And Americano once again able to break up the pin. Waist lock. Kick to the midsection. Stopped by El Grande, who big T-bone to Ethan Page. And Ilya Dragunov sends him off the ropes. Big kick to the face of Americano into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Ilya Dragunov is your inaugural ZPW Sovereign States Champion. This was an intense match. These three men giving it their all trying to come out the victor here, all with the common goal of making history as your first CPW Sovereign States Champion. Came very close for El Grande Americano for a minute. Ethan Page also coming close. He had a Ego's Edge onto El Grande Americano here. Thought that could have been enough, but it was that little kick from Ilya Dragunov that did it, that won him the gold. And with that, Ilya Dragunov is the CPW Sovereign States Champion. But who will be the first world champion? We'll find out next. It has all come down to this, our main event. 30 men, but only one man will walk out of here tonight as the first ZPW World Heavyweight Champion. And this man is a man that is well known for being one of the longest reigning champions in history. JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield. This man has had some battles. This man is one tough son of a bitch. Could he go the distance here tonight? Will he go post to post, coast to coast, and walk out the first ever ZPW World Heavyweight Champion? You think of some of the men this guy's been in the ring with. The Undertaker, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, Booker T. This man has been in some wars. And if I'm the rest of the 29 other men, I'd be trying to dodge the hell out of that clothesline. Who's he gonna start this match? Oh, hello. Looks like JBL is going to start tonight's Rumble against Seth freaking Rollins. Another competitor with top tier rivalries under his name: Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, John Cena, just to name a few. Man also put staying on the shelf for quite some time. Seth Rollins, definitely somebody who is worthy of competing in this match here tonight. But will he walk out as the ZPW champion? You hear the fans in this building singing, serenading Seth Rollins here tonight. That's what it's all about, that ZPW World Championship. "28 men left in this match, but we start with Seth Rollins and JBL. Seth went for a powerbomb of sorts, but JBL with the back body drop. And now raining down punches on the face of Rollins. This is the first time these two have ever gone face to face in the middle of the ring. As we await our third competitor in this match, snap suplex from Rollins. In comes Rey Mysterio, somebody who has history with both of these men. At one point, Seth Rollins impacted the vision of Rey Mysterio. Saw Rey's son Dominic earlier tonight, with Liv Morgan getting a win over Scott Steiner and Jordan Grace. As we await number 4. Excuse me. Rey Mysterio getting the forearm shot in, and oh boy, in comes Gunther. As if JBL wasn't already one of the toughest men in the business, now Gunther is in here. The sidewalk slam to Seth Rollins. Knee drop. And Mysterio with a neck breaker to JBL. Now number 5. About ready to come out, Frankensteiner from Rey Mysterio. As Triple H marches down to the ring, somebody who has history with Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio. Which Triple H was eliminated in a Rumble by Rey Mysterio. Come down to the final 3. And now Triple H and JBL going at a waistlock. JBL eats a flapjack. And now Gunther sent over the top rope. And in comes Eddie Guerrero. Now Eddie Guerrero has Gunther. Nope, Northern Lights suplex from the ring general. As now JBL looks to eliminate Seth Rollins here, but Rollins gets the elbow in. Drop kick, down goes JBL. Chops and kicks. Triple H drops him down. And Gunther with a massive clothesline. And in comes Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior, as Triple H eliminated by JBL. And now Sheamus dumps out JBL. As Gunther looking to eliminate Eddie Guerrero here. Sheamus now working on Rey Mysterio up in that corner. And comes our next combatant. It will be superstar Billy Graham, one of the most iconic competitors of all time, going right into it with Sheamus. Now Sheamus looking to take out Gunther here. Not successful as Eddie Guerrero eats a knee from Rollins. Sheamus with the backbreaker. Another one. And a third backbreaker from Sheamus. As Billy Graham now taking it to the leg of Mysterio. And here comes the immortal one, Hulk Hogan. Locking up with Eddie Guerrero, looking to throw him over the top rope. Nope, slamming his head into the top turnbuckle. Billy Graham, the Luthez press, and Hulk Hogan, big superplex to Eddie Guerrero. Graham, lock up to Hogan, looking to send him out early. Hogan getting the forearm. As in comes Kevin Owens. And he's held World Championships in Ring of Honor and WWE. Eddie Guerrero tossed up by Sheamus. As now Seth looks to eliminate Billy Graham, he does. Massive elimination for Rollins. Now Gunther turns his attention to Kevin Owens. Massive slam there to Rollins. Waist lock, and now Hogan on the shoulders of Sheamus. Electric chair as Sheamus drops Mysterio. Excuse me. In comes our next entry into this Rumble here. Sheamus, back body drop from Gunther. Here comes the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Now Shawn with the waistlock to Sheamus, leg sweep. Shawn sent into the turnbuckle here, and Seth Rollins, oh god. This is what puts Sting on the shelf for a time. The buckle bomb. As now Hogan and Owens both eliminated simultaneously, and in comes John Cena at number 12. The only criteria to enter this match was you had to have held a world championship of some sorts. And this has been a stacked Rumble so far, star-studded to say the least. As John Cena drops HBK. Now turns his attention to Gunther, looking to send him packing as Mysterio almost eliminated by Rollins. Sheamus eats a DDT from Rey Mysterio. Shawn looking to eliminate Seth here. And he does. Mysterio on the top rope, big splash. And in comes the great Khali. Saw earlier Andre the Giant put away Omos. Now we know the great Khali is in ZPW. He has signed. We knew he was in this match at the beginning of the show. Some may say he's the favorite to win because look at the sheer size of him. How are you going to eliminate that man? As the Ultimate Warrior sprints to the ring. John Cena had him up there. Gunther got Rey Mysterio up. And power bombs him out of there as Warrior eats sweet chin music. Shawn trying to take it to the great Khali. Not sure how wise of a move it is. CM Punk is our next entry into this match. Shawn off the rope, springboard crossbody. Cena looking to... Cena almost dumped out by Warrior there. Once again, Sheamus eliminated by Shawn. Now Gunther turning his attentions to Khali. They're now picking him up on the shoulders, but Khali just able to get out of it with some elbows. Headbutt from Warrior to Cena. Punk looking to eliminate HBK. Cena almost eliminated by Warrior again. Shawn Michaels still holding on. Cena with Warrior. And our next entry is Randy Orton. CM Punk thrown over the top rope, still in this match. As Orton with an RKO to Punk. And Cena drops Warrior with a powerbomb. Back body drop is Khali. Choking Michaels. Big German from Gunther to Cena. There's now big chop, big brain chop. From Khali to Orton and Warrior. As in comes the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. The backbreaker from Punk and Warrior. Double-handed choke slam to Gunther as Warrior gets dropped with a drop kick from Michaels. Shawn sent out of the ring. Warrior almost eliminating HBK. Waistlock. Cena still in this. Randy Orton going to the bottom rope. Isn't eliminated yet. Meeting of the minds. Michaels and Khali. With two really thick skulls smashed against each other. Cena heads to the middle rope. Big elbow drop across the face of Gunther. Brain chop to Michaels. Bulldog to Orton. Khali now grabbing Orton by the face. Looking to send him packing. He has Orton draped across the top rope. Will he eliminate Randy Orton here? Orton fighting to hold on as Ultimate Warrior with a big military press, and he dumps out AJ. Gunther with Cena, big massive powerbomb. The Ultimate Warrior now turning his attention to the Great Khali, and he's got him up and press out of there. Gunther also eliminating Cena. The Ultimate Warrior has eliminated the Great Khali. Khali is pissed at ringside. And so is Cena. But they both have to head to the back. Orton just dodging Sweet Chin music there. Big dinosaur drop kick to Michaels. Chop block takes Randy Orton down. Ultimate Warrior now dragging Michaels into that corner, but Shawn with the elbows stopping whatever attempt Warrior was going to do to try to throw him out. Flying forearm. Now Punk looking to take out Gunther here. And then comes the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. In this match full of piss and vinegar here. An Ultimate Warrior. Oh, drops him right on the neck, and we know Kurt's history of neck problems. Punk on the ropes, Randy Orton looking to eliminate him. And now Shawn looking to help out Randy Orton eliminate CM Punk, but Punk holding on. As in comes The Undertaker. Goodness gravy. Angle and Orton fighting at it. Shawn and Taker going at it. Of course, they have a long history. Now Angle on the ropes. Randy Orton looking to throw him out. And he does. Kurt Angle is out of there. As in comes Drew McIntyre. As CM Punk eliminated by Gunther. Taker and Gunther going at it. Orton now looking to eliminate Gunther. Gunther skidding the cat here. As Ultimate Warrior looking to take out Drew McIntyre. Shawn Michaels turning his attention to The Undertaker. Taker with an atomic drop. Rocks Shawn. And now Ultimate Warrior eliminated by Drew McIntyre, as in comes The Fiend, and Shawn Michaels is dumped by The Undertaker. As The Fiend hitting a senton to Drew. And The Fiend and The Undertaker in the same ring right now. Lock up. Sidewalk slam by The Undertaker. It's now Bray Wyatt stomping on Gunther, and in comes the Iron Sheik. My goodness, double team from The Fiend and Randy Orton. The Iron Sheik has emerged in this match. The Iron Sheik has a chance of becoming the first CPW World Champion. I can't believe I'm saying that statement. Orton with Undertaker through the middle rope. DDT, sidewalk slam to McIntyre. And here comes the final boss, The Rock. Last time we saw The Rock in the ring, he was in KXW. He had won the television title. And Gunther eliminated by Drew McIntyre. And now Orton looking to dump McIntyre out. And now The Undertaker joining forces with Randy Orton. Looking to dump him. Holds on, and here comes Bret Hart, and the Iron Sheik has just eliminated The Fiend. The Iron Sheik eliminated The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. That is a sentence I'm saying. That is a thing that I've witnessed. I can't believe it. It's Drew McIntyre with Bret Hart. Bret fighting out of it. Big Claymore. And The Rock just bitch slaps Sheik. Looking to take out The Rock, but a jumping clothesline from Taker stops him. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Forearm to the back of Austin here. Lock up Rock and Austin. Always a good match, belly to belly. Now Orton looking to take out Bret, but Bret with the elbows, big German from The Rock. And a big jumping clothesline, flattens Sheik once again. As Booker T looks to make his way to history. Comes into the match here. Iron Sheik almost eliminated by Drew McIntyre, but Sheik holds on. Bret Hart with a big body slam on Taker. Iron Sheik working the muscles and nerve endings of Drew McIntyre. Gets a punch in on The Rock. Booker T looking to eliminate Austin here. Those two have miles of history. They're the only two that I've seen beat the hell out of each other in a supermarket. Taker flattens McIntyre, but Orton full Nelson slam. As now he turns his attention to The Rock. Bret and Austin belly to belly there from Bret. Booker T has eliminated the Iron Sheik, but Bret Hart looking to eliminate Booker right in sequence. And an RKO to The Rock. And Undertaker eliminates McIntyre here. Backbreaker from Booker T. Austin, side suplex to Orton. Waist lock from The Rock, looking to take out The Undertaker. Big jumping clothesline. Now we await our next entrant, number 27, I believe. As Orton with Taker. Another DDT, but stunner from Austin. As in comes the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Booker T still holds on. Mark Henry now went to attack Bret Hart, but Randy Orton interfered. Death drop from The Rock to Orton. It's now Mark Henry, big backbreaker to The Rock. In comes the national treasure, Nick Aldis, former NWA World Champion. Undertaker with the elbows to Steve Austin. This ring is stacked, it is star-studded, and we still have two more people left to go. Bookend to Mark Henry. And The Rock looking to take out Taker. Taker holding on for a life. I'm not gonna say dear life. His life must be worth 1,000 pounds. As Orton almost out by Aldis. Catching the leg and Steve Austin with a dragon screw. And Undertaker with Mark Henry running power slam. Steve Austin with Taker on the shoulders and now rock bottom to Booker T. The Rock showed Booker T how it's done. Austin went for a pump handle slam, but Taker fought his way out of it. Nick Aldis eliminates Booker T, and Goozle to Austin choke slam from Taker to Steve Austin. As Bret Hart eliminates The Rock. Two more men left to go. Undertaker drops Bret Hart. So far in the ring right now, you got Nick Aldis, Mark Henry, and Nick Aldis is gone, but now you got Mark Henry, Randy Orton, Bret Hart, Steve Austin, and The Undertaker. And still two left as Mark Henry drops The Undertaker with a massive clothesline. And now Steve Austin looks to take out Orton, possibly. And he's out of there. And Mark Henry with Bret Hart. Bret still fighting on. Is in comes our next entry, and it's Brock Lesnar. Undertaker, having Bret up, perhaps went for the last ride, but Bret got out of it. Full Nelson slam from Henry to Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, not a small man by any stretch. Of course, Taker and Lesnar have history as well. It is here comes our final entrance. Number 30. It's the Animal, Batista. It's now Bret Hart, Steve Austin going at each other. Mark Henry under the bottom rope. Taker just getting to his feet. Brock and Batista, certified dream match in the corner. Now Undertaker, scoop slam to Batista. Mark went for a full Nelson slam on Bret, but Bret fighting out of it. Mark Henry with the elbows to the midsection of Bret. Drop kick to the back and shoulder area. And now a power slam to Lesnar from Mark Henry. We have Mark Henry, Brock Lesnar, Batista, Steve Austin, Bret Hart, and The Undertaker. One of these men will be the first ZPW champion, and it's not gonna be Brock Lesnar. And it's not gonna be Steve Austin. Our final four: Bret Hart, Mark Henry, Batista, and The Undertaker. And Undertaker almost eliminated, but he holds on. Big spear rocks Bret. Now Batista looks to take out Bret Hart. Oh, he's got him up for a Batista bomb, and Batista bombs Bret the hell out of the ring. We are now down to 3. Mark Henry, The Undertaker, and Batista. Only one will walk out ZPW champion. Mark Henry, world's strongest slam to the Animal. There's The Undertaker in the corner. Undertaker on the shoulders of Henry. Big military press slam to The Undertaker, but Taker back up. Big clothesline rocks Henry. And now Mark Henry back on his feet. Batista, big black hole slam, and big boot to Taker. Batista now stomping on the gut of Mark Henry. Henry shoving Batista off here. And now a headbutt to Batista, but Batista back to his feet here. Another headbutt. Henry looking to eliminate The Undertaker. Went for a world's strongest slam, but Taker stopped him. Batista almost out of the ring. Taker stops Batista from eliminating him. And now Mark on the ropes. And Taker got him by the goozle. And with the strength of 1,000 men, he choke slams Mark Henry out of the ring. And now down to the Animal and the Dead Man. Batista now looking to eliminate The Undertaker. Only one of these men will walk in to the next ZPW program as the world champion. But who will it be? Batista slung off the ropes. Taker went for old school there. Batista stopped him. Lock up. Batista. Oh. The fatigue setting in. Fireman's carry. And slams the arm of The Undertaker. Batista now raining down the punches on the face of the dead man. And now a running power slam from the animal. Batista now dragging The Undertaker to the ropes. Will he be able to do it? He's trying with all his might. Taker holding on, but he's out of there. Batista is your first ever ZPW World Champion. From number 30, Batista stood tall here tonight. Thank you everybody for watching Rough Justice. I'm Patrick Stevenson, and we'll see you for our next ZPW program.